You are now on air.
Anchor date is 05.06.2019. The time is 05:26 a.m. Eastern Time here in upstate New York. That'd be the southern tier of upstate New York where I live and reside this Monday morning. Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich over there on Twitter. And also here on Anchor, as well as on the Vocal. We are simulcasting this morning on the Vocal. And we'll be right back because we got to tweet this live Vocal out. Okay, we're going to tweet this out, and we'll see what happens. As far as we've never done this before, we're juggling a lot of what can I put it? A lot of balls this morning. We're juggling them. We're on the Anchor. We're here with the intro to the Anchor morning audio here, and yes, I do have the morning coffee, folks. I do have the morning coffee. I'm seeing if I can tweet this out. And we are broadcasting live on the Anchor. Let me get ahead and get my picture in there. I'm waving. Hello. We are going to be starting here. And this is going to be for the folks on Get Vocal. This is a little bit of good news that I do over there on the Anchor audio. Anchor morning audio, I call it, over there on Anchor. And let's see, okay, all I need is a link in there, and let me get a link, and we'll go ahead and broadcast it here, tweet it out here. Okay, there we go. And this is something new. I just decided to see what it will look like. We are broadcasting live on, let's see, let me get in the camera view there. Oh, what's going on there? Let's see. Let's go 4 boxes. Okay, how come my camera view is a little distorted there, I guess. Let me see. Huh. That's interesting. Maybe I gotta rearrange. My camera here where I know the people that listen to this on Anchor are probably wondering, what the hell are you doing, Fireman Rich? And it's just that I got to reposition. Let's see, what is it? Okay, I got to unlock that and move that slightly over. Let's see, let's go with that. Let's see, will that work? Yeah, there we go. That's a lot better. Okay. So we tweeted this out, and I want to say hello and welcome to the Anchor morning audio here, where we talk about some good news, because you know what the garbage everyday news is. This is a bit of good news that I like talking about, and we're going to be talking about a rooftop panels of tiny plants can cleanse the polluted air, primarily there in most of our metropolitan cities around the world. And I know you can't see this on Anchor, but I'm toting up my mug of coffee this morning. I got to have a cup of coffee before I come into a broadcast here. And I'm seeing already my little Anchor logo that's off to the right of my graphic here on the Get Vocal. But we are on Get Vocal for those folks that are listening to this on the replay on Anchor. This is the Anchor Morning Audio. I've been doing this for a number of shows, I guess. I don't know if you want to call them shows. I call it doing the audio. And now we're doing the video on the Get Vocal here. And we are recording this, and we are live as far as that goes. And I'll be interested to see what the replay is on this, how that works out. And always expanding the horizon, one's horizons as far as doing things here on this thing called the internet. And this is all live, one take. As far as what I normally do is I find a piece of good news to talk about. And I got this started on an audio platform called Get Dialogue. And it's no more. It was a live. It's sort of like Get Vocal, but without the video. You could bring people into the conversation, but currently I have the room locked. It's just primarily, I'm just doing this as a trial run because I haven't done a show on Get Vocal, and I got up this morning. I could have been sleeping in because I'm off from the day job today. And the coffee is tasting good. But I do a little broadcast on the iPad mini using the Boss Jock. That's where you get the intro music as far as to the show. And I just want to see how that plays out. And I can already see a few adjustments on my graphic here on the Get Vocal. But let's get to the story here of, well, before we go there, I usually tell you about the weather here and where I live in the southern tier of upstate New York. And currently, it's about 52 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's going to be, today's going to be high of 72 degrees, so that's good. It'd be drying things off. We've been a little wet here in the Northeast here in New York State, but we got AM clouds coming in. Let's see, sun, yeah, AM clouds, PM sun, so it'll be sunny this afternoon. Get to mow my lawn here with some dry grass instead of wet grass. High 72 degrees, which will probably dry things out. Winds light and variable. Maybe get a drone flight today, maybe on a day off, because I don't have anything really to do this morning. That's why I guess I'm up early. Maybe definitely take a nap this morning. But this morning the sun will be rising here in my neck of the woods at about 5:56 a.m., which is in about 23 minutes. And it'll be setting later today at 8:10 p.m. The days are getting longer. So we are going to talk about a little bit of good news here as I'm just checking everything. Let's see, did that tweet out? Let's see, let me check on my LG Stylo phone. I think it should have. Let's see. Yep, it says I'm recording live. I wonder what that looks like on the cell phone here. Let's see. What's that link look like? Is it bringing up Get Vocal? Let's see. Let me turn the volume down so I don't blast us out here. But we're going to be talking about rooftop panels of tiny plants can cleanse polluted air 100 times the rate of a single tree. And, get rid of all the pollutants and all that. And let's see, does it want me to, well, let's see, we'll check. Let's see, I don't want to bring up the app because then it will bounce me out. I'll have to check that later. But scientists have succeeded in developing the world's first biosolar leaf technology to cleanse polluted city air with shocking efficiency. Researchers say that the new biosolar leaf system uses photosynthesis to purify the same amount of air as 100 trees, all while taking up the same amount of space as a single tree. The biosolar leaf cultivation system facilitates the growth of tiny plants such as microalgae, diatoms, and phytoplankton across large platforms that can be installed similar to solar panels on top of various buildings and landscapes. So we can put up panels that not only harvest the sun's rays, but can clean the air. So the microscopic bits of biomass that uses photosynthesis to suck greenhouse gases out of the air and turn it into clean, breathable oxygen. So in a city where there's very limited amount of trees, unless you have like down there in New York City, which is about 4 hours down the road, downstate. They have Central Park, of course, but you got large cities that all it is concrete and asphalt that you can, all these skyscrapers that are going up, you can put this type of technology on. The technology, which was developed in collaboration between Imperial College London and startup company, let's see if I get this right, Arborea, also serves to create a substantial source of nutritious edible food additives that can be harvested and used for plant-based nourishment. There you go. You get dual purpose there. Cleanses the air and you can use it for nourishment. Julian, I'm going to butcher this name here, Melkalori, who is the founder and CEO of Arborea, has also been responsible for developing similar air purifying technology. In 2017, he was hailed for creating the living chandelier that uses algae to suck CO2 out of the air. And that chandelier, I guess, is in some museum over there in the UK. His company will now be working with the UK university to pilot their cultivating system on the school campus. In our ever-growing modern cities, cooperation between startups, academic institutions, and governmental bodies is critical to enable the acceleration, sustainability, innovation that benefits both our society and environment, he said. Wow, that's a mouthful. I'm going to have a mouthful of coffee right now. When I founded Arborea, my goal was to tackle climate change while addressing the critical issue relating to the food system. So dual purpose right there. The pilot plant will produce substantial healthy food additives while purifying the air, producing oxygen, and removing carbon dioxide from the surrounding environment. So there we have it, folks. It's pretty interesting to cleanse the air, but also to provide a nutritious additive as a food substance. And let's see, did that come in? Okay, we got the outro music because for our folks on vocal, I only stay on for about 15, maybe 20 minutes max. But that's our good news for this morning for the Anchor Morning Audio, which is being simulcast here on Get Vocal. Something I haven't done in a while. I'm not going to do this every time, but I just felt like it, and I had a cup of coffee that. But it's actually first on Get Vocal here because I have to render the audio and then post it up on the Anchor. So this is just a good alternative that maybe if I like what I see and maybe a few adjustments on the graphic on the Get Vocal because Get Vocal, if you let me give it a plug. If you haven't checked it out, check out Get Vocal. It's a great platform for live audio. I'm in the present mode here, I guess. I'm just tabbing it because it's got some different functions here. For those folks that used to be on that program a few years back called Blab, it's similar to Blab, but it's better. It's a whole lot better. The people at Get Vocal, they are freaking great, and I want to give them a plug here as far as doing this. And sort of give a shout out on my Anchor Morning Audio here, and it's being simulcast. So, hey, you guys have a good one wherever you may be on this big blue marble of ours. And we got a little bit of good news there that tells us about, what is it? About some good stuff, some good news for a change. Because you know what the garbage daily news is anyway. I'm here to bring you the good news, a bit of good news, get your day started and stuff. Hey, y'all have a great one. Live life, have fun. Ciao for now. And as always, peace. We'll talk to you in the next audio as well.